is just fantastic. Captain's Log, Subdate 210407.4. Magog sent me a pre-100,000 subscriber gift, a roast. I intend to respond and utterly flay his sword derriere. There are levels to roasts, and I want to raise the level, for sport of course. For the story I'm about to go through, I would like to now issue a trigger warning. This story does involve the passing of a child, and I'm not going to hold back in my criticism of the person responsible. If subject matter like that does make you in any way uncomfortable, I would highly recommend not watching the rest of this video. Do smash like on the way out. So for the story we're going to now go through, we go to Brighton and insert Verphy Kudi. If I've mispronounced your name, I don't care, but I will be calling you Kudi for the rest of this video, who in 2019 turned 18. Congratulations! At time of recording, she's now 19. Oh, how time does indeed fly. To celebrate her 18th birthday, on the 5th of December 2019, she went on a 6-day bender. Congratulations! Back when I turned 18, I got some Lidl beer and a cake made of cement wood chip mixed with loneliness. I think we both know who the real winner there was. So after getting ready on the 5th of December 2019, Kudi was seen on CCTV at her residence, which is called the Baby Unit for Teenage Mothers, and returning on December the 11th, 2019. I will admit, going from Brighton to London to Coventry to Solihull, and then back to Brighton over the course of 6 days for one so young is an impressive birthday celebration, no doubt full of fantastic memories. It would be awful now if something were to, let's say, ruin those good feels with something negative. Well, earlier I mentioned she lived at the Baby Unit for Teenage Mothers. 28 months earlier, she had gotten herself one of those tiny life forms in her that grow and depend heavily on others like herself to feed, clean, care for, and, well, parent. So yes, she had at the time of her 18th birthday a 20-month-old daughter called Asaya. Before Kudi's birthday, her daughter was at the time under a child protection plan, but not at the time of her mother's birthday. I'm sure some of you now are wondering, what is a child protection plan? A child protection plan, according to the citizensadvice.org.uk website, is a child protection plan drawn up by the local authority, which sets out how the child can be kept safe, how things can be made better for the family, and what support they will need. So parents, for example, will be told the reason for the plan, what you should do to make sure the child is protected, what services are being offered, and who you should contact for more information. Usually these are determined from family history, earlier investigations, and written verbal evidence brought to the Child Protection Conference. So I'm sure many of you are now wondering what happened. Well, according to YMCA Downslink that runs the accommodation that Kudi was staying at with her daughter, Kudi had made staff aware that she was going away to celebrate her 18th birthday with friends and family, but she had not alerted staff or other residents that the child had been left alone in the flat. So no one heard her daughter cry. That would include the neighbours, staff, or other residents, meaning that when Kudi came home, she found her daughter unresponsive. She called 999 and said that her baby wouldn't wake up, and upon arriving at the hospital, Asaya had been declared dead. Not long after, Kudi decided, because this is the right thing to do, to sell some gig tickets because, well, she was never going to go to those anymore, was she? 2 days later, the Baby Unit for Teenage Mothers scrolled through several days' worth of CCTV footage. That was when they noticed, on the 5th of December 2019, Kudi disappeared, and on the 11th, came home. A post-mortem was conducted on Asaya, and they determined that she had died of neglect. This would include starvation, dehydration, and influenza. Shortly afterwards, Kudi was arrested. Confirmation of where she had gone on her 18th birthday was obtained by Sussex Police. That's a clever bit of networking, I just wanted to point it out. More recently, Kudi appeared at Lewes Crown Court, and she pled guilty to the charge of manslaughter, with Judge Christine Lang telling her that she will be sentenced in May, and has ordered that all social service records relating to the case be disclosed to the defense ahead of sentencing, and that the defense will commission a report on Kudi's behalf prior to sentencing, adding that a doctor will no doubt make arrangements to see you and interview you over the next few weeks. Brighton and Hove City Council, because of this absolute failing, have announced that an internal review will now take place along with a partnership review, which will be supported by a full police investigation and working with the partnership into review and learning from this. This is why, for the sake of it, many of us don't actually know why the daughter was on a child protection plan. And the review that's currently taking place by Brighton and Hove is more commonly known as the BHSCP, which is the Brighton and Hove Safeguarding Children Partnership. With Kudi entering a guilty plea and the prosecution accepting that, there is no doubt in my mind that the sentence will be significantly less than what it should be to all of us. All of us will say the sentence should be life, or the sentence should be, for those who believe in it, death. As I don't believe in the death penalty, life is more appropriate. A little fact I didn't know about until I found additional sources was a reference to Kudi's father, Muba, my apologies for mispronouncing your name, who was quoted as saying, "My heart is so broken. My daughter was missing. She had been missing since the age of 14, which does lead to a number of theories when it comes to his daughter Kudi and what she had done and what had happened and put her in the position she was in. But as no social worker was assigned to her daughter and she was considered low risk, circumstances do change this even more, and we have to wait until the investigation is concluded for us to know all the facts. I will, for the sake of this, do an update to this with her sentence. Typically in the United Kingdom, with a guilty plea, the sentence for manslaughter is under 10 years. The argument could be made for diminished responsibility, but in this case, she is 100% responsible. So based on the sentence, I would hope she serves the entire 10, but since the UK system is an absolute joke, at most she would do 5, but since it's under 10, no doubt, she'll do less. Because this is super serial, everyone. Super serial. Anyway, with this irresponsible moron, I'd like to know what you all think. Please do let me know in the comments down below. I also want to know what you think the sentence should be. Do let me know. As a final thing, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tonight. If I don't see you there, have a fantastic day and thank you all for listening.